So the report aims to discuss the smart marketing strategy of applying CSR practice by comparing it with the traditional marketing strategy and also evaluate the win-win benefits that the company and the society gain. And for the background of the CSR, corporate social responsibility by definition is company volunteering putting efforts into the environment, social, and governance field to show their concern to the better world. And recently, there are more and more organizations that are dedicated to CSR projects. And according to the GNA Institute's annual sustainability report, there are over 92% of companies that's in the S&P 500 index are revealing their CSR report in 2020, and there is far from the 20% in 2011. So the huge increase from 2011 to 2020 shows that the CSR index can now be an extremely effective index to evaluate the company's performance, which can be equal to the certain degree of how well the company gain profits. According to the statistical insights from HBS, and there are 77% of the customers that are motivated to purchase from companies who committed to CSR practice. So this can also show that CSR practice can really influence customers' purchasing behavior and to bring profits to the companies. And to further discuss the similarity between the traditional marketing strategy and the CSR practice. Marketing strategy's essence is to engage customers, building profitable customer relationships, and also create customer value in order to capture value from customer in return. And the modern marketing has the characteristic of not only to satisfy customers' material needs and wants, but also includes the emotional and spiritual needs and wants. So standing in the customer's point of view, purchasing product from CSR dedicated brands means to share the same spirit and support the ideas of it. So CSR practice then become a good story to share and build up a good brand image, just as effective as the positive public relationship, which is one of the commonly used marketing communication methods. And however, CSR practices are slightly different from the traditional marketing strategy. The traditional marketing strategy is more product-driven and profit-driven, which focuses on meeting the company's short-term sales. And for CSR practice, companies spend additional costs from operating earnings to a cash burning practice that might not directly gain profit in short term. So in other words, CSR is a more green and non-commercial and charity action that compares to the traditional marketing strategy. However, because of this characteristic, the public has lower tolerance if they found out that the company are not actually doing this initiative and rebounds hardly. So about the benefit side, if the company is applying CSR practice, for the corporate side, it can establish positive reputation, and which can also increase sales and customer loyalty. And it is easier to access to capital and also have the greater ability to attract talented and retain staff. And for the environment and society and also the government side, CSR can increase global issue awareness and also influence customers' purchasing behavior, and also boosts employees' morale and build a greater workforce and build positive communities' well-being. So in conclusion, no matter the original intention for doing CSR practice is to do good for the society or just a kind of marketing strategy to gain a positive reputation and make profits, the outcome of applying CSR practice is a win-win strategy for both society and the company itself. And there's no doubt that CSR is a useful marketing strategy if the company shows achievement of its work and initiatives. This is my report.
Right. So thank you very much. Yeah, I think again, so CSR has also been one of the most trendy topics among businesses. So again, I believe that we'll have some questions or comments from the audience. So again, so feel free to speak.
Hi Jenny, this is Grace. I think this is a very interesting topic to discuss. And what I currently have in mind is that what are your thoughts on corporations kind of like faking the doing CSR kind of case? Because for instance, like H&M, I think a few years ago they've been caught of burning like unsold but usable clothing, but they have been pushing this CSR image so hard of like recycling clothing and producing like environmental friendly clothing. So what is your stand on this type of cases?
So before I study, I just have the course this semester about the CSR project, and before I have that course, my sort of CSR is like it is just a faking thing that the brand are just having a good image for the public. But in the course, I have heard that some of the students in the class have really being supported because of the CSR program. So I think that maybe if the company are really actually doing the things that actually achieve their words and initiative, then it might be good for the society. And I know that many companies have, just like H&M, they're just being caught that they are not doing actually what they should do, and they have been reborn so hardly. But I think that the main point is because this is openly to the public, so there are so many eyes on these companies. So it will be more chance to like to the companies that they should do the goods.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, thank you for the question. Yeah, I think that's maybe one of the ethical concerns regarding CSR. So maybe my other concern will be the financial cost. I mean, my impression is that maybe so trying to deliver at CSR will actually cost more than executing marketing strategies. I'm not sure if I'm correct. So would you like to maybe discuss the difference in terms of the budget?
Okay, so I think that mostly we will think that CSR is very expensive because we need to put more effort in like global issue or some pollution issues. But there is a kind of CSR is to uh, improve the corporate governance issues. Like we can do more gender equality or some anti-racialism things. So that kind of CSR can be less budget, and it is also doing good for the company itself, and it can also to to approach to those challenges. Mm.
Hmm. I see. So thank you for the explanation. Good. Yeah, maybe eventually you can also point out any certain limits to this approach. For example, so the CSR for does it work for every type of business, or does it especially maybe does it especially benefit certain industry or certain types of businesses? Maybe that's something you can also try to respond to, especially when you are nearing the conclusion of your BR. Okay, so thank you very much. Let's give Jenny a big hand.
Thank you.
Very good. I know we're running a bit late. I think we have just two more presentations. So if you can, please just try to stay with me. I will make some little announcement as we finish. All right. So I think our next one will be Iris. Hi, Aris. Can you hear me? Oh, I think maybe she still has some technical problem. Okay, maybe we can move on to Shannon first. Hi, Shannon. Can you hear me?
Yes.
All right, good. So yeah, then we can maybe hand over the floor to you first. Okay.